Newly released data shows America's population is changing dramatically, with the total number of white people falling for the first time ever recorded. 61.6% of the U.S. population is white. That is down from 75% in 2000. The 2020 census also found more than 85% of us now live in or near a city. Ed O'Keefe explains.
Americans filled out their forms, and the results are in. The nation's white population slid by 8.6% in the last decade, while the number of Latino and Asian Americans ballooned by more than 20 and 30%. And the number of African Americans increased by more than 5%. The change is perhaps most apparent among the nation's youth. Nearly half of Americans under 18 are now non-white.
The future of this nation really is Latino.
Arturo Vargas is with the nonpartisan National Association of Latino Elected Officials.
Latinos accounted for over half of the U.S. population increase over the past decade. We need to make sure that the new electoral districts that are going to be drawn reflect these population changes.
Many advocates also hope that as states start redrawing boundaries, they curb the practice of gerrymandering or drawing twisted congressional districts to benefit one party over the other. There's a great example of this here in Maryland. Right there, they vote in the 4th Congressional District, but across the street, they vote in the 5th Congressional District. Driving just 3 miles from that divided neighborhood, you can cross through 3 Democratic congressional districts.
The politician chooses their district and their voters. And if they don't like a group of their voters, they carve them off and move them someplace else. They can create their own safe district, what we call safe seats.
At the end of our drive, we met Michael Goff, Maryland president of Common Cause, which pushes states to turn census numbers over to independent commissions to draw nonpartisan congressional maps.
It's a once-in-a-10-year process. It's probably the most important political development of the next 10 years is happening in the next few months.
This all comes ahead of the 2022 midterms and the fight for the balance of power in dozens of state legislatures and Congress. Republicans, for example, now control more of the states, picking up new congressional seats, meaning they could potentially gerrymander Democrats out of districts they currently hold. Ed O'Keefe, CBS News, Washington.